Anybody know what time it is? It is asparagus time. So I'm going to show you how to find asparagus in the wild, foraging down the sides of the road. So what you're going to look for, you're going to look for the dead plants from last year that look like this. They have very, very thin branches, twigs on the end of them, and they'll all be bent over from winter. And it's going to grow up right up, right up where it was, right up where it came from last year. So we are, there's some here. So come on up and have a look. So here it is, right here and right here. And when I'm foraging in the wild like this, I take whatever I find. So you go as far down to the ground as you can get and snap it off. So sometimes they're short, sometimes they're long. So here's a couple of them right here. So that's pretty good so far. So you're going to go right at the base of the plant from last year, and that's where it's going to come up again. So here's another spot, and this is a big area, and this is what you're going to be looking for. You're going to be looking for branches that look like this. They're very spindly on the ends, they're brushy looking, and they're all going to be bent over from last year. So then again, you're going to go to the base of the plant, right where it comes out of the ground. For some asparagus, and I found some of the purple top in our own patch, and then I found some of the, I don't know if you can see this. This is the purple. This is what we have planted in our patch here in our yard. And then what I foraged down the road is a different variety. I don't know if it's a wild variety. I assume it is. And it just has a green little top on it. So the two You can tell the domesticated asparagus maybe versus the wild, but yeah, so they taste the same to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ferment that. So I'm going to start out, I'm just going to, because I don't have very much, I'm going to use a pint jar, and I need the wide mouth so that my pickle puck and my fermenting lid fits that. So because I'm using a pint, I will need 2 teaspoons of salt in some water. So I'm going to mix that up right now so that it can be sitting and then ready when I'm ready. And I'm just going to stir it to dissolve the salt. I use a little bit of warm water because the cold water doesn't seem to dissolve the salt as well. You can tell I'm using Redmond's real salt. I'm trying that this year. Last year I just used my regular table salt. It all came out fine, but upon doing some research, I'm finding out that the Redmond real salt has none of the minerals and vitamins taken out of the salt. So, and this is mined right here in the United States in Utah. So this is an unrefined salt, which is supposed to be healthier for you. Okay, that looks pretty good right there. So I'm going to leave that sit. Sometimes down toward the bottom they get kind of tough and they are not easy to eat or, oh, there's one there. So when I'm foraging for the asparagus down the road, I take whatever I find, and sometimes they're just little tiny pieces. So, alright, so now I'm just going to start putting it in my jar, and I'm going to try and get it lined up here as good as I can. It's got to fit my pickle pack and puck in there. So hopefully I didn't make these all too long, but I might have. We'll make it work. Yeah, I think I made it a little too long. That's all right. I'll shorten them up. So I started a ferment the other night too. They ferment for 14 days about. Sauteed and put into omelets and things like that, but cut them so that might help it. Pieces I'm just going to stick in here because they're good too. So, alright, so now I got it in here where it's all going to fit. It's not real tight, but this is what I found, so that's why I'm going to use just this. So now I'm going to stir up my brine again, the salt brine. There's 2 teaspoons of salt because of the pint. For half a gallon you would use 8 teaspoons, and this is a pint, so I'm only going to use 2 teaspoons in here. I'm going to pour that in up over the top. Yep. Then I'm going to add my pickle puck to the top. Oh, shoot. So it's some long in there, so I'm going to cut these ones that are long off again. I'm going to put it in my cabinet on my... So here's the one I did the other day. That's like 3 days old now. And so they'll kind of get a little cloudy, and then I'm just going to set the new one on there and close it up, and we'll keep checking on them every few days to make sure that they're fermenting correctly. And then, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Thank you for watching.